So welcome to the Broadfield Dealer weekly webinar every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For those who did not catch the pre-show or are just joining us now, we are joined today with Kevin Camoosa, Channel Sales Engineer for Telestream.
Hello, everybody.
We're going to introduce Wirecast 9,
Okay.
Wirecast Gear, and all the great new features that Telestream has to offer. There are a lot of new features introduced in Wirecast 9, so I'm going to turn the PowerPoint so you can see it, just
Excellent.
in case you haven't committed into memory yet.
I absolutely need some prep work here, so if you're going to see me glancing down, that's okay.
So Wirecast 9 is only shipping for a week or two at this point?
It came out last Friday, actually.
Okay, yeah.
So Wirecast Gear is absolutely powerful. Since Wirecast 8, we have redesigned the interface, redefined the way, basically the way it works, the coding system, and all of the intricacies within Wirecast Gear. So new features with Wirecast 9 are really, really nice. We have Xkeys control.
Can I clap for that one?
Yeah, Xkeys
Finally,
control.
we have a control surface. Yes.
We have been asked for that for so very many years. We also have PTZ control. So pan, tilt, zoom cameras for PTZ optics.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah. We actually open a panel with inside Wirecast. So the really nice thing about it is you could just go control your cameras, control multiple cameras, and actually do different camera shots with one camera.
Yes.
And that's very helpful to set up all of your shots, all of your marks. We also have something new with Facebook paired encoder. It's a new way that Facebook is actually allowing you to stream to Facebook. The old way you would give your credentials. This new way is a paired encoder where you get a code, so you actually don't have to give your credentials out for someone streaming to Facebook. So if this is going through some people that don't work for your company, that don't have that authorization, you don't have to give them, the keys to the castle.
Oh, that's great.
It's something done by Facebook, and we've adapted it already for Wirecast 9.
And I think that's one thing great about Wirecast also, is Wirecast always has kept on top of Facebook Live, kind of since it was introduced.
We've been working with partners with Facebook for quite a number of years now.
Yeah.
So we were in the Facebook Pavilion this past NAB with Wirecast Gear, and we continue to work with them through all of their steps.
Awesome.
So we do have a little bit of a revised UI, which we'll show you. I think there's the picture or two up here. Also, we also have RTMP streaming encrypted. That is just a new feature with Wirecast 9. And also some enhancements with the Wirecast Go iOS app. Let me slide down here.
There we go.
So here's a slide of just how well we're actually doing with Wirecast. We have, generally it was, people doing just event promotions, streaming events, church events, businesses, all things like that. But if you notice, if you look at the slide, we have, now we have major broadcasters, major sports franchises, large business infrastructures like Bloomberg, and pretty much everyone on this list. We're doing extremely well out in the marketplace, and we're making ways into areas that we never thought we would.
And I'm sure that some of you watching the webinar today will recognize some of these logos for your customers that are on the list. So when you do recognize those logos, this might be another reason to reach back out to those customers to see if they do need more seats of the Wirecast software installed, or if they have the need to upgrade a system, and maybe be a great opportunity for Wirecast Gear. We're finding that there's a lot of installed bases out there that have traditionally used the Wirecast software.
Exactly.
Now their workstation is getting a little bit long in the tooth. Instead of upgrading the entire workstation, they're really giving a nice, good, hard look at the Wirecast Gear system.
Exactly, and the reason for that is because we have people that come in and say, okay, so I have this computer. What's my RAM? What do I need for my graphics card? How should I build this computer?
Sure.
And a lot of these customers that were on this list, they love the idea of the turnkey system. You plug it in, it's pre-spec'd for you, and it just works.
Absolutely, and it's a great opportunity for you resellers to kind of go in there and roll in with an entirely enclosed piece of hardware that's going to give them everything they need, custom built for live production, and you know that reliability is going to be there.
Exactly.
So I know for those of you who follow our videos, we actually had a great demo of the PTZ Camera Control capability from NAB that we posted. And Kevin also promised us that he's going to go back into his own studio and get us, now that it's released, an even more in-depth look at the PTZ Camera Control.
Yeah, what I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks is I'm going to, on your website, what we're going to have is I'm going to go through the PTZ Camera Control, how to set it up, how to make shots, and how to make what I was talking about earlier, these predetermined presets. Because I know this is a bit of an eye chart, but at the bottom there's presets and they're labeled 0 through 10. And what they do is I can have cameras set to have my final shot in all of these different presets. So I can take one camera, I can duplicate one camera 10 times and have it hit 10 different marks with just basically either one punch on the keyboard. I can set it up to work off my Xkeys as well. So it all works together in this really nice, harmonious little production system.
And that's awesome. And right now, that supports the PTZ Optics cameras, which, again, we're a distributor for PTZ Optics.
Exactly.
And a lot of the dealers watching us today not only sell the Wirecast, but sell the PTZ Optics cameras as well. So, again, it's a further integrated solution where you can roll into your customers, set them up with multiple PTZ cameras, and kind of the complete solution, right?
It's a fantastic, easy-to-use package that you can have that customer up and running in, I'm going to say, 20 minutes max.
That's awesome. And as we get these videos from Kevin, obviously we'll share them with you as well. And like all of our videos, they will be available as marketing assets for you to download and use on your website or with your customers yourself. Okay, so I know we talked a little bit already about the Xkeys control surface.
So the Xkeys control surface, which is really nice, is by PI Engineering. This is our version 1. This is the first version. The nice thing about this is it is pre-configured.
Yes.
So looking at the whole keyboard, you're saying, okay, I like the idea of having a switcher. I want to use this with a switcher. Now I have to go through the ordeal of actually mapping all of my keys to it. It is pre-mapped to Wirecast 9.
Yes.
So it's a plug and play. Everything lights up and everything works exactly the way it's supposed to do.
Which is awesome.
Right out of the box.
And with an MSRP of $599, it's a great value and a great attachment for everyone from Wirecast Studio, Wirecast Pro to Wirecast Gear.
Anybody. Once you start working with this as opposed to your keyboard and mouse, there's really no going back.
And it's just a USB interface,
it's
right?
It's a USB 3 interface in the back.
Beautiful. PC or Mac.
Either or.
Or Wirecast Gear.
Or Wirecast Gear.
Obviously.
So
and then the other big feature is the Wirecast, the Telestream Cloud, Wirecast Cloud. What are we calling these services?
Exactly. We have Telestream Cloud. We've been, Telestream's been, had a cloud offering for well over a year and a half, 2 years now. And what we offer with Wirecast Gear is something really, really nice. A lot of people, when you're going out and you're doing your live event production, the one thing that keeps coming up again and again is captions. How do we do captions? So with Wirecast Cloud, with Telestream Cloud, we can actually send an RTMP feed up to our Telestream Cloud. What happens is the audio gets stripped out and turns into captions. So
that's awesome.
And we do it with the, it's Telestream Cloud, which right now uses the IBM Watson engine. So it'll do speech-to-text recognition, turn that into a closed caption file, and send that out to your CDN. So you can actually do live captions with Wirecast Gear.
And I know that's a big concern for a lot of our resellers that are selling into government agencies and
All
even
things,
corporate markets. And
everything needs to be captioned.
Exactly, yes, yes. And that's no different for live streaming as it is for traditional broadcast.
Exactly.
Live streaming is broadcast of today, you know, and that's really what we're getting into.
Without a doubt.
Awesome. And then the other Wirecast service being added is the Restream capability.
Is the Restream capability.
Okay.
So what's nice about Restream too is if you were in a situation where you have limited bandwidth, with the Telestream Cloud service, if you're going to a lot of different outlets, we can take that one stream, go to Telestream Cloud, and then split that up to however many outlets or deliverables you need.
Great. And these features are being demoed at InfoComm.
They're being demoed at InfoComm.
And they're going to be released sometime probably later this summer as part of an add-on to Wirecast. But an important thing to note is since Wirecast 8, all new purchases of Wirecast software or Wirecast Gear come with a year of upgrades.
Exactly.
So as these features become available, they will be available to your customers as well.
Yeah, exactly. These features will be added throughout the year, and your purchase now will get them for free.
And the services themselves have the premium subscription-based model.
There are a bunch of different subscription. It's subscription-based for
Right.
Restream as well as live captions.
Exactly.
But it's just a monthly subscription. There are different levels for it.
Exactly. And it's, features that are there for your customers who need them.
Exactly.
And for those customers who don't, they're not paying a premium for the product and the software. They subscribe to them as needed.
Exactly.
I know we've spoken a lot about the Wirecast Gear, but really we'd like to remind everyone about the opportunities here in selling the Wirecast Gear hardware itself. The Wirecast Gear gives you 4-channel HDMI or SDI.
Or SDI configurable with the 230.
With the new 230, right? Okay. And then it's all pre-installed with the Wirecast Pro software.
Correct.
So all of the Wirecast Gear systems being shipped out of Broadfield today will be upgraded with Wirecast 9.
With Wirecast 9, Wirecast Pro software, and it's completely compatible and ready for your PTZ camera or your Xkeys.
Which is beautiful. And we do have some promotions with the Xkeys as well that we're going to go over in just a moment. Before we go into the promotions, I want to introduce the 3 different versions of the Wirecast Gear box. The Wirecast Gear is available in the HDMI version, which is the Gear 110,
correct,
under $5,000 at $49.95. Then there's the SDI version, which is the Wirecast Gear 210 at $59.95. And then the Wirecast Gear 230 at $79.95, which is also SDI. So what makes the 230 different than the 210?
Well, the 210 we have a lot. If you're just taking feeds in, just some straight SDI feeds, 4 channels in, the 210 is fine. If you really need the power to go back to a projector, or you need that SDI spigot out to go to another source, we're actually just doing something. I was off the phone 10 minutes ago with someone that was configuring it for a live event where they needed an SDI out. And so we were just configuring that. And so the 230 is really the workhorse.
Absolutely. And I would imagine big in the house of worship market,
Huge
where
in
they
the house
need
of
that output going to an iMag or something.
They do.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a huge, another feature. Also in corporate boardrooms or education, anything where they do need that extra assignable output. So now, in talking about the Xkeys promotion with the Wirecast Gear system, every Wirecast Gear 230 will include a free Xkeys now through the end of June. If you order a Wirecast Gear 110 or 210, you can offer that Xkeys for 50% off to your customers. So instead of $5.99, it's a $2.99 add-on, making it even more attractive. Telestream put this promotion together, and the Xkeys is available and in stock here at Broadfield, but we put this promotion together because we think it's a sin to design this beautiful control surface.
We really want to get people on this and to use it because because it's fantastic.
If you're going to install the Wirecast software on a PC or Mac and you still want to use your keyboard to operate it, great. If you're going to go with a turnkey box made for live video production, to not have a video production control surface is a sin.
Exactly.
Get that into your customers' hands. And to make it even more of an incentive, Telestream has upped the ante with a dealer spiff, a $150 dealer spiff with every Wirecast Gear unit sold with one of those Xkeys control surfaces. And one step further, if you add the GearCast subscription, there's an additional $50 spiff. So I know there's a lot of tiers to this promotion, But reach out to your Broadfield sales team, whether it's Rich, Dan, John, Angel, or Jared, and they can help walk you through and make sure you're getting the maximum promotion, the maximum savings to pass over to your customers on the Wirecast Gear systems with the Xkeys controllers, with the PTZ optics cameras, and the PTZ Camera Control.
Perfect.
So obviously I'm the sales guy in the room. You're the engineer. And that's why we call him the sales engineer.
And I'm
he
sitting here
knows the
going,
stuff.
well, we've got some pretty good deals.
We got some great deals. Kevin, thank you so much for coming in today.
Sure, absolutely.
We really
Anytime.
appreciate it. It's always great to have someone else on camera with me, kind of pushing our way through this stuff. We do have some great topics and great webinars coming up in the future as well. G Technology SSD drive solutions, June specials. Then we're going to be introducing the brand new Wowza Clearcaster 1080, which they showed off at NAB. Did you get a chance to check out the Clearcaster?
No, I hear it's fantastic.
It's a fantastic product. And for guys that are using the Wirecast Gear as well, I even see an application to add the Clearcaster to that workflow out of the Wirecast Gear 230, which is another reason to have that assignable SDI output. And it gives you that redundancy for your streams. And then we're going to follow up June 14th, introducing or reintroducing some of the Glyph production technology storage. So thanks for joining us again today. We'll see you every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for our Broadfield Dealer webinar.
And thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Broadfield Distributing is a value-added distributor of live production, streaming, video editing, and storage products. We only sell to resellers. We are always looking for new dealers, so call us at 800-634-5178 or email sales@broadfield.com. You'll like doing business with Broadfield because we make it easy to do business.